and welcome to Inside Roraima, our bi-monthly show where we tell you what's happening within the Roraima group of companies every month. My name is Colin Abrams, and I'll be with you for the next 30 minutes. Right now, we'll go to a feature with Captain Gerald Gavaya telling you how we formed the Arrow Point Nature Resort. And we know it's Valentine's Day, and you'll love to have somewhere to go for this Valentine's Day, so we hope you enjoy.
Hey, this is Jerry Gavaya. I'm in the middle of the Arrow Point jungle, deep in the jungle. We've been riding for hours in this beautiful, beautiful trail. We have about 50 miles of trails. So all of you guys who like mountain biking, come and join me here at the Arrow Point Nature Resort. It's amazing. We've been riding up and down the hills, coming across beautiful creeks like this. Look at this beautiful black water flowing. There's no contamination, there's no mining in this area. So this water is as fresh as it could be. The trails behind me and ahead of me. We still got another 2 hours to go to get back to Arrow Point. But it's a lot of adventure. So come to Arrow Point and come with your own mountain bike or use one of mine. But the experience is amazing. Up and down these trails, 50 miles of trails. We leave in the morning, we put on a backpack, get some sandwiches, and it's amazing. So come and join me at the Arrow Point Nature Resort. Let's do some mountain biking.
We want to talk a bit about the Arrow Point Nature Resort and why you started or opened the resort.
It's not a straightforward story, because Guyana tourism really it started to come into focus under President Desmond Height. And I wanted to give you this background to say to you that Guyana has always been a country with bauxite and timber and sugar, but tourism has never been part of our national fabric. And I remember as an army pilot back in I believe it would have been 88, 89, President Height started to conceptualize the development of a tourism industry in Guyana. And he brought in an international consultant from Europe. And this man was assigned to me as the pilot to fly him all over Guyana. And so I spent maybe 4 or 5 days flying him from as far down south of Conishan to Aishalton to Lethem, Monkey Mountain, Paramakatay, Kato, and it was amazing. I was even though I was flying all over Guyana, I was now seeing Guyana through the eyes of this international tourism consultant. And at the end of the 3 or 4 days that I spent flying this man all over Guyana and listening to him, talking to people and being in absolute awe of the beauty of Guyana, it opened my eyes to the potential of tourism. And certainly as a pilot flying all over Guyana, I've seen the wonders of the Kanako Mountains, I've seen Mount Roraima, I've seen the Roraima Mountains and so on. And so tourism became to me a very real economic potential for Guyana for job creation. And so when I left the army, and over the years we developed Roraima, myself and my wife, we were working so hard in the early days building Roraima, and our children were very young, and we wanted a place to get them away from the city on the weekends. And so one day I was coming back from Bartica with our helicopter, and as I was passing the Santa Mission area, I saw this little beautiful little oasis on the ground. And so we landed with the helicopter and met a very good friend of mine, Compton Samuels, and we started to talk about the possibility of bringing my family there and so on. And because of the proximity to Timeri Airport at the time, where we could park our medical evacuation plane, take my children there on the weekends, and enjoy being with my children. And then if a medevac come out, I just came out the creek and went to the plane and did the medevac. And so Arrow Point was started at a place, even though I had developing this passion for tourism, it was a place where I wanted my children, as young boys, to be in touch with nature, to be in touch with the beauty and magnificence of Guyana in a natural way. So I used to take them there on the weekend. We started going in, visiting my friend Compton, and we used to live under a tent on the beach, on the area where Arrow Point is now. And we used to live in a tent and cook on a fireside and use the bush for the bathroom. And my boys grew up with Compton and his family. And it was a wonderful family experience. We went swimming, we bought a little kayak, we took the mountain bikes, we used to ride in the jungle, and so on. And it was a wonderful time for my family and my friends. We used to go in there and relax on the weekends. And then my boys started to become little young men, and they were going to the School of the Nations. And then it started to become a very interesting time for me, because every weekend, then my sons would come and say, "Daddy, we want to take our whole class to this place." And so I would end up with 30 young people wanting to go into Arrow Point, and they would all come with their bicycles, and we would go in there and have a beautiful family. But after a while, it really started to get to me. I mean, it was taxing with these boys and their friends and so on. And then eventually they had to go off to Canada to school. And when they did, what we did is continue exactly the same thing. When we started to convert Arrow Point into a commercial tourism entity, a resort. But all of the prerequisites to match the categorization of an eco-tourism resort was there, because when I built the place, I built it because I wanted my children to have an appreciation of the naturalness of Guyana, of the beauty of the Amerindian architecture, to let them understand how you could use nature to build living accommodations and so on, and also how you could actually enjoy Guyana by doing simple things without machines, by riding a mountain bike, by walking through the rainforest, by paddling a canoe, by swimming in the creek, and so on. And so when we converted it from a family weekend getaway into a place where other Guyanese could come and share it with us, share the beauty that I was, and now people would start to come with their families. We kept it exactly the same thing we were doing as a family. We started now when visitors went to Arrow Point, they were sitting around a bonfire at night, having dinner and talking. And the bonfire was actually exceptionally significant, because this is what the Amerindians all over Guyana. At night when I fly our medical evacuation flights over the jungles of Guyana, we see all the bonfires in the mountains where the villages are. The families would come out and sit around the bonfire. So the bonfire at Arrow Point is very significant of things that Amerindians do in their natural environment with their families and so on. And so that is what we started to do with Arrow Point, to keep it as close to nature as possible. So while we have regular running water, regular beds, regular toilets, issues of cleanliness, issues of safety, issues of hospitality is uncompromising. So while we are there in the jungle and we've done all of these things, the experience is as natural as it could become. And so Arrow Point became the jewel in the crown of Roraima. What made it exceptionally more significant for us was the proximity to the Timor International Airport, because we were able now to twin Arrow Point, the experience of Arrow Point, with going to Kaicho Falls. So we would go to Kaicho Falls. People would take off at 8 o'clock in the morning. We fly them to Kaicho Falls. They do the 2-hour tour. We land them back at the international airport, transfer them 5 minutes to the river, and then they get into the boat for this magnificent meandering drive through the rainforest, through this Blackwater Creek where you will see the monkeys in the trees and the macaws, and so amazing. And then we'll stop at the village of Santa Mission. And Santa Mission is an amazing village with beautiful, friendly people. And the people will go there, they'll go to the craft center, they will buy craft, they'll talk to the people, and then they'll come to Arrow Point and have a beautiful lunch, and they'll play cricket on the beach, they'll go kayaking, go mountain biking, and so on. Then we leave and come back in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. So we were able to, in a very unique and significant way, match Arrow Point with Guyana main tourism attraction, which was Kaicho Falls. And Arrow Point over the years, Arrow Point now has been in existence for close to 25 years. And it's something that we are personally very, very, very proud of. Debbie and I worked hard at Arrow Point. We used to go and plant grass on the sand, and we went and we designed all the trail systems, and we introduced the mountain bikes and used the GPS to design the trail system so that people would not get lost in the jungle and so on. So now we have a lot of people that go there for mountain biking, people that go there for just kayaking, people go there for nature walking, for bird watching, just to lie in a hammock and relax and enjoy nature. And what is good about it is that in 2 hours, you leave Georgetown, in 2 hours you're sitting in the resort. So you have a 45-minute, 45-minute drive. You get there, you get into the boat, and the boat ride getting to our point is not only adventurous, but it's exceptionally serene and beautiful through the rainforests and so on.
Yeah, I've visited the resort myself. I noticed that it's quite, from the sky, it looks really small. When you go down there, it's really huge. What's about the size of our point?
Our point sits in the Santa Mission Amerindian Reservation, and it's 65 square miles, the entire reservation. The actual resort itself sits on 10 acres of land, but the resort experience is consistent with the entire area of the reservation. And so we actually ride mountain bikes from our point and get to the trails that connect us to the Escribo River. So we do a lot of adventure. But what is amazing about our point is that because of the design of the trail systems, we also do a lot of company retreats. A lot of companies take their staff in there for weekends, and we accommodate maybe 70 to 80 people at a time. And we do a lot of team building retreats. So for example, the Autolock Business School visit our point with their MBA students, and go through a very specialized team building exercise that I designed myself, and I go there and conduct it with them. And so our point is a very multifaceted, amazing adventure place. And we have approximately 3,000 people that pass through our point every year. A combination of people going there for the day tours, people going for the overnights, people going in. Some people go just for an overnight, some people go for a weekend, which will be Friday, Saturday, and then come out on Sunday. Some people go on a Saturday to come out on Sunday, or just go for the day tour, or they do the combination of kite show at our point. Some people like to go fishing at our point. We don't encourage hunting, of course, because it is for us. It is the beauty of the biodiversity that makes our point what it is, and we have an excellent relationship with the community. We adopted the school in the village. We do a lot of work with the school children, a lot of work with the village itself. We create jobs for the community, for the residents of the community. And when we are building, the craftsmen from the community help us build the resort. And so it is really, in my view, a very amazing example of what a true eco resort will look like. Because for it to meet the standard, and this is where I believe the tourism authority need to lay the foundation for the understanding of what an ecotourism resort should be. So the architecture should resemble the community around it. The material used should be the same material the communities use. The activities of the resort must be non-intrusive to the environment. The way you treat your garbage, your human waste, the activities must be, the mountain biking, so we don't use wave runners and machines and so on. And Arrow Point has actually been exceptionally sustainable over the last 25 years. We are very, very pleased with it, in fact. And at Christmas time, we've actually taken Santa Claus in there and work and have an amazing Christmas party for the children of Santa Mission. So it is not only a place for people to go and have fun, but a place where people go and connect with our indigenous people in that area.
One of the things we must also highlight is that the resort is fully green. It's powered by solar energy.
Well, that is true, because it wasn't only because we wanted to be green, but because it made sense. It made economic sense, rather than burning fossil fuel in the generators, so that we have equipped the entire resort to be run by solar power. We use rainwater. It's a lot of sustainable practices that we endeavor to comply with at Arrow Point.
Thank you for staying tuned. We'll go to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
why we do what we do makes us different.
International Travel Agency is an approved IATA agency that caters for every traveler, including the backpackers to the luxury travelers. We try to accommodate your budget for each package, and of course, we make our customers very comfortable. Rest assured you will receive the best customer service, commitment, honesty, and trust from us as we access the world for you. Call us at telephone number 225-9648 or visit us at R8 King Avenue, Bel Park, Georgetown.
Welcome back. Our Ogle operations is essential to our flight services here at the Roraima Group of Companies. And we'd like to tell you how you can book a charter at the Roraima Group of Companies, and more particularly, Roraima Airways. How does a company, an individual, or an organization go about booking a charter with Roraima Airways? Well, it is simple, as Captain Larry Barkley, our Director of Operations, explains in this interview with Jillian Chase.
Good morning, Mr. Barkley, Captain Barkley.
Hello, Jillian. How are you?
Good.
Good to be with you today at the Roraima Hour.
Lovely, and we're happy to have you here this morning. So I have a few questions for you that you can clarify for the viewing public. My first question to you would be, Roraima Airways has just commissioned into service a third Trilander aircraft. A key component of the market, which our charters are designed to service in the business community. Could you provide our viewers some information about our charters and the suitability of our aircraft for serving various industries such as the mining and logging?
Jillian, I must say we're very proud to commission our third Trilander. That Trilander was assembled in Guyana by Guyanese engineers. And it was done to a very high standard, and I've flown the aircraft myself up to last evening for a medevac flight into Hampton Court, and it is an amazing plane. This aircraft is very suited to charters in the Guyanese theater because it allows you to seat up to 17 passengers, so it gives the charter more ability to carry more passengers, and it also has a very voluminous payload. But one of the greatest attributes of the aircraft is its length. It's extremely long, so charterers now don't have to cut their pipes or cut their flex hoses. So the miners absolutely love it. On daily long loads, it really masters it at that time.
Sounds very good. Just to confirm that Roraima Airways is the only operators who are servicing
yes, we're the only Trilander operators in Guyana. And we're also now currently the largest operator of Trilanders in the world.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, we're third Trilander.
That's awesome, Larry. Good. I'd be very proud. Good. So my next question therefore would be, how does a company or business person go about using our charter service?
Well, Roraima has a number that is monitored 24 hours a day. That's 225-9648 to 50. So let me repeat that. That's 225-9648 to 50. Alternatively, we can also be contacted, Captain Jerry Gavaya Jr. He's 600-3988. Let me repeat that again, 600-3988. You could contact me also. I'm 604-9488. 604-9488. And we will facilitate all of your charter needs at any point in time. We are available 24 hours a day, and that is the bedrock of our medical evacuation services, that you can find us 24 hours a day to respond.
That's great. So for the viewers, you have gotten the numbers there. Lee has just given you all numbers you can call directly to access our services. Can a company or business person enter into contractual arrangement for the charters?
Yes, and that is actually preferred, because when we have a contract with you and we have a forecast for the amount of flights you're doing, particularly if it's a larger amount of flights, we're able to offer you a better rate, and we're able to cater to your needs and prioritize you a little more than someone else who does not have a contract. So that's something we look forward to, for you to have a contract with you. It's a stable business proposition that benefits both parties.
Right, so our other question would be, are charters confined to domestic service, or do we fly internationally?
We fly anywhere you want us to fly.
take
Within
you
the range
anywhere
of
you
our
wanna go.
aircraft. Just last week I was in Suriname 2 times for the week doing a VIP charter. And last night I was landing at Hampton Court at night to get a sick person. Early in the day I was at Imbalmadai. So everywhere we go, everywhere. As we speak, an aircraft is heading to Trinidad for a Federal Express run. So we do a myriad of different services, corporate services, mining support, air support, military and police support, medical evacuation services, you name it, we're doing it internationally and domestically. We also we have in the past provided services to the royal family, and that's something we're very proud of. We flew Prince Harry here,
Yes.
and that was Captain Jared Tobias Senior and Junior flew him around Guyana. And then I was privileged along with Captain Tobias Senior to fly Prince Charles around the Caribbean for his hurricane tour to see the damage that Ivan would have done to the States. And this is a call we got from Buckingham Palace to come all the way to Antigua to take the Prince around.
This was a direct call
A direct
from
call
the UK.
from the Buckingham Palace
Well-
for us to fly out to Antigua to fly the Prince around.
That's very good. I mean, as staff of Roraima, we should all feel very proud that we are fully equipped with services and professionals to complete requests like these. So I have your other question, Larry. Medical evacuations are part of the service offered by Roraima Airways. I know the Ministry of Public Health uses this service quite often. But what about private individuals, family, even private hospitals? How can they access this service when it's required?
It's interesting that you asked that, because last night we were into Hampton Court, and that was a private medevac. This was a gentleman who had fallen ill, and his family determined that the best medical treatment was available in Georgetown. And as such, his family called that we responded immediately, and we got him out of Hampton Court there. Our medevac services are available to anyone, and one of our major users, in addition to the Ministry of Health, are large mining companies who would enter into response contracts with us, and groups of tourists who come to Guyana, tour operators who would use our services on a contractual basis that would guarantee that we have a response. That contract is not exactly required for medevac services, although it is advisable, because when we hear the word medevac, Roraima is a company that's comprised of a lot of ex-military personnel who are very patriotic. That's the core of this company. So when we hear the word medevac, we drop what we're doing. We're at dinner with our wife on an anniversary or at a birthday party. We drop whatever we're doing, regardless of who is calling, and we respond immediately because we have to save that life. That is our responsibility.
Well, that's very good. So viewers, as you are looking and listening, feel free to call Roraima Airways at 225-9648 for all your medivacs, for all your charters. We have the professionals, we have the equipped aircraft type, and with all these qualified personnel, you are in safe hands. So, Lily, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much, and I'd just like to say I would like us to just pay a little extra credence this month to the fact that we are celebrating it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Hence the pink tie instead of black tie.
Hence my
Pink ribbon.
pink ribbon.
And I'd like to advise all women who are above the age of 40 to ensure that they have their breast examined once a year. And all of the other necessary precautions to ensure breast cancer is real, and we really need our women to be healthy and to take the necessary precautions.
I do endorse that, and thanks for making the time to be with us here.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. It's the season of love, and we want to show you more. But before we do that, stay tuned. We'll be back in just a bit.
Arrow Point Nature Resort, nestled in the Santa Mission Amerindian Reservation, is an ideal getaway for nature and adventure enthusiasts. You can stay overnight or just for the day and participate in a range of fun-filled activities. In the day, you can go mountain biking, kayaking, pedal boating, and bird watching. At night, relax and enjoy a bonfire dinner or take an expedition into the rainforest. The resort is also perfect for events such as company retreats, fun days, and weddings. Arrow Point Nature Resort, the Back to Nature Resort.
Roraima International Travel Agency is an approved IATA agency that caters for every traveler, including the backpackers to the luxury travelers. We try to accommodate your budget for each package, and of course, we make our customers very comfortable. Rest assured you will receive the best customer service, commitment, honesty, and trust from us as we access the world for you. Call us at telephone number 225-9648 or visit us at R8 King Avenue, Bel Park, Georgetown.
Welcome back. In just a few days, we'll celebrate Valentine's Day 2019. I know many of you out there may not have that special someone in your life, but for those of you who do, the Duke Restaurant is the perfect place to take your loved one for the perfect Valentine's dinner, or you can book a tour to the Arrow Point Nature Resort or Kaitro Falls. We have it all in store for you. To make your reservations for Valentine's Day, feel free to call us on 231-7220 or 227-2212. Make those reservations today. Spaces are limited. We want to thank you for tuning into our show this month. And remember, if you want to book a tour to the Arrow Point Nature Resort or Kaitro, you can call us on 225-9648. This is the end of our show for this part of the month. Be sure to join us for the Mashramani edition of Inside Roraima. On behalf of my cameraman Fabian Harding, my name is Colin Abrams. Goodbye.
Roraima International Travel Agency is an approved IATA agency that caters for every traveler, including the backpackers to the luxury travelers. We try to accommodate your budget for each package, and of course, we make our customers very comfortable. Rest assured you will receive the best customer service, commitment, honesty, and trust from us as we access the world for you. Call us at telephone number 225-9648 or visit us at R8 King Avenue, Bel Park, Georgetown.